7, 8-year-olds, as I say, very short fuse, nightmares, sleep disturbance, mood, appetite may go. Older children, then they know what's happening and they can be very, very angry. And there might be some background story there. Perhaps this was the parents' last trip abroad, where there's if-onlys, then that can be much more difficult. If things weren't good at home, if there are already maybe difficulties like marital problems or family problems or alcohol or drug problems, those can all be exacerbated when trauma happens. And it's really sad when that happens, because in the absence of parenting, if there isn't somebody who has the job of the responsibility for the child's emotional health and well-being, then the child can come like a little mini parent and start being overly concerned about their parent. And sometimes people have very unhelpful sayings, and if the dad's missing, they'll say to the eldest son, "You have to be the man of the house now." And he doesn't need to be the man of the house now. That can put unrealistic pressure on a child. But also parents will say, "What can I do to help?" And the answer is in those routines. If you have spaghetti bolognese every Tuesday, have spaghetti bolognese every Tuesday. Stick to the routine. That's what you can do to help your child. Be normal, be ordinary, but answer their questions honestly. And if you don't know, it's okay. You don't know. We both don't know, but we'll hope and we'll pray and we'll do whatever is helpful at this moment to get through. Sometimes it's better for schools not to know too much about this, for keeping things confidential. But also that school can be a sanctuary. School can be somewhere you can go to during the midst of this nightmare, and no one asks, "How are you?" They just, "Here's your homework and here's your lesson," and it's normal. And that can be really, really helpful in coping, that they spend some of the day in a normal, ordinary environment, the same as everybody else, that they're not different. Once a child starts using puppets or Playmobil people or animals, then they forget about that and they start talking about the mummy did and the daddy did and the granny did and the baby did, and then they start telling their story. The work in trauma is processing that story. And with that processing of the story comes the emotions and the thoughts and the feelings around all of that, and dealing with all of that in a very holistic kind of a way. Sometimes with younger children, I talk about the Dementors in Harry Potter, those spooky, because that's what trauma is like. It casts a shadow over your life, and it's really hard to get it to go back and to get life back to how it used to be before the awful event happened. And truthfully, life doesn't go back to exactly the same way as it used to be. You have to find a way to accommodate what happened, to make sense of what happened. And we as adults, we are struggling to make sense of recent events in the world and why things are happening. And we've got so many questions. So children have those kind of questions as well. But it's getting a coherent narrative. This is what happened. This is why it happened. This is how we are as a family going to deal with it. And this is how we're going to make everything okay again.